Today you'll see 9 shirts all made from the same pattern, different fabrics, styles, versions, colors, prints. One of them is a refashion, so it's a fun one. Stripes, a bit of a fashion show as well. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing, and today I'm really excited to share 9 Aria shirts. This is a pattern from Love Notions. It was released just over a year ago. At that time I made 5 of them, then later in the year I made 2 more, and now I have 2 more and I'm sharing them all here today. It has roundup and inspiration. Why the Aria? It's one of my favorite patterns, and I was fortunate to be able to choose this pattern to feature it today over on the Love Notions YouTube channel. It's the Feature Friday pattern, and I'm over there visiting. You'll see me wearing all of them and making commentary, the full review, very detailed if you're not really aware of this pattern. Feature Friday means the pattern is $5 today, but there's something extra with the Aria. Tammy, the owner of Love Notions, produced a course that you could purchase separately from the pattern if you wanted to. The course is on demand, video format. You can watch that through the Love Notions website, and you can have access to start and stop whenever you want and follow from the very start to the very finish. Just for today, Friday, if you purchase the course, you'll get the pattern included for free. If you purchase the course at a later date, then you need to purchase the pattern separately, so it's a pretty good deal. Otherwise, you can just get the pattern and it's only $5. Remember to always use my code PINS10. That gives you an extra 10% off on top of the sale price. The code is changing in July, so always check in the description box and the pinned comment what the current code is. I already have multiple videos around the Aria, and I've also filmed a lot of the techniques separately, so you can get some support, but separately because they are general sewing techniques. So I will link all my Aria content down below, but as a summary, it's a button down designed for woven fabrics. If you're not that experienced at sewing, you could use the nice structured fabrics. They're going to look amazing. There are no features here that require drape, although you can use drapey fabrics if you have a little bit more patience, and the result is equally stunning. So here's a little summary of the fabrics that you can use. I will mention them as I show you my versions. The sizing goes from extra small to 5X. It's got a regular bust option. That one doesn't have a bust start. The full bust option does have a bust start. That is what I've chosen just because I know a bust start will benefit the fitting, for me at least. I just bring it in at the waist and hips a little because there's 2 inches of extra ease there. For some of them, I have brought it in. For others that are meant to be worn as outer pieces, like layers, I've just left that extra ease there so I can wear something comfortably underneath. Mine are all an extra large, and they are 1.5 inches longer in the body. The ones that have a long sleeve like this one are 1 inch longer in the sleeves. I'm outside in a little balcony, and the white around me that you can see is actually fog. It's drizzling a little bit, sort of coming this way. It's been a horrible couple of days, but just seeing all my Arias right here makes me really happy, and I'll just share all of them with you. I'll put timestamps on the video as well, so you can skip through and see the ones that interest you the most. And this is the first one. It's beautiful. It's a cotton lawn, very lightweight. You can't go wrong with making a shirt in a fabric like this. You always find really beautiful prints, and it's really easy to manage. This one has the all-in-one collar, which is one of the options. You always need to interface both layers here because you don't have that seam that the typical technique has right there. So make sure you do that to keep the structure and prevent it from flopping. This one is shorter than all of them. This was my tester garment, and I hadn't added the length yet. I wanted to see how it looked on the body. So this one's a little shorter, still very wearable, but you'll see that all the rest are a little bit longer. Now each of these you're gonna see styled in many ways. I took my time to do that. I've done it over several days, and some of them were even in the rain on a day like this. Look, it got really foggy again. It's like white. It's like I can touch the fog. This is the first ever Aria shirt I made during pattern testing. It's a really lightweight cotton lawn, beautiful print, and this is just a really basic way to wear it. The wet pants will never fail. Black will go with everything. I chose to use pink accessories just because there's a lot of pink in here. I love that. This is the only one I would not wear open, like a little light layer. I just wear it on its own. This one is a lot shorter than all the others because I hadn't made length adjustments yet, so all my others have a little extra length. You'll see that later. Full bust option, it's got the dart. I did bring this one in on the sides after fitting the bust correctly. And this fabric is so soft, it's a delight to wear. The print is so beautiful, as you can see here. There's some black, some pink tones, purples, very nice. I have the all-in-one collar, very easy to sew, to interface both layers. I have the regular cuff folded up, it's beautiful, it's a rectangle. Such a lovely little top. I've really enjoyed wearing it. It's so fresh on. If you can get yourself some cotton lawn, it's a great fabric for it. Lightweight, feels amazing on, but still nice and structured, easy to work with. Right now you're seeing it paired over my stretch denim glissando skirt, also from Love Notions. A denim bottom will usually work with most top. This is no exception. I recently made some linen pink shorts, hello shorts from Sinclair Patterns. Love it with the white sneakers. I think it's a really nice casual look. And the Aria in this print makes it really fun, really fresh to wear. I can't wait to wear this in real life because I'm in the middle of winter right now. This is my second version. I made this one with chiffon. Here I have the both layers together. There's a burrito method that you can sew. I have a video all about that on the channel. All in one collar. Because this is sheer, you can actually see the seams. I think it's really cool. I've got the tower placket and the cuffs. It's really beautiful. I've played around a lot with the styling. I have worn this out in real life as well with a simple pencil skirt, brown shoes, but you'll see in the styling clip that I've had a lot of fun with it. Some a little unexpected, so let's see. Here is another Aria shirt. This one has the long sleeve with the tower placket. It's got the works. Another labor of love because it's made out of chiffon. So very nice. You would usually wear it buttoned up all the way if you're wearing chiffon. I know a lot of people like that, but you can also wear it open over a cami. Love the length, love everything about this print. I know I can pair other colors to it. I feel really amazing, and all the effort that it took to sew this type of fabric is really worth it. It's not the typical animal print. And it's got black, brown, terracotta, lots of different colors in there. It looks amazing just floating like this. So this one, I'm not gonna lie, it took a few days to make, a lot of hand basting, no ways to simplify it here. It's just a difficult type of fabric. I'm very proud of this, and the hours it took, it doesn't matter because I have a very nice shirt that I made myself. These are just basics underneath. That's all you need with a shirt like this. Black linen duet trousers and a black cami. Here's a long sleeve with a cuff, little tower placket, the buttons. Everything's really functional, and you can do techniques like this even with chiffon, even with silk. It just takes a little while longer, and there's a lot of hand basting involved. So if you're willing to take the step and have the patience to do it slowly and not rush, you can get an amazing result like this, and I'm very proud of how this turned out. With this one, I have the full collar piece. It has the stand and the collar united. It's all interfaced. I interfaced both layers. When you interface chiffon, you got to find the matching interfacing, and it'll get rid of the sheerness in that area. I do have the same chiffon in the layer of the yoke right there. You can see the pleat coming from underneath. You can see that strong terracotta color going across the print, and I made matching Allegro pants in linen. It's another pattern from Love Notions, and I think it pairs really well here. I could also style this over shorts, and I've done exactly that by pairing this Aria shirt with my brown linen hello shorts from Sinclair Patterns. I think these shorts are dressy enough where I could wear heels and a nice bag and go to a nice place and feel really good. I think the chiffon Aria with the linen shorts is a really good option. I could have also swapped the heels with some sneakers and a more casual bag, and it would have changed the look entirely. And now the next look is a bit controversial because these shirts have a nice and relaxed fit. I've paired a black mini dress underneath. I made it years ago. It's made out of Ponte Roma. A really basic outfit is going to be elevated straight away if you use a really nice shirt like this. It's the shortest dress I have, and I still feel good in short dresses at my age. I just sort of tone it down by wearing flat shoes or sneakers like this. These sneakers match the handbag, and I think the brown tones there go really well with the tones in this Aria. So this is just another fun outfit that I would definitely wear and feel super comfortable in. I think the Aria dresses it up a little bit while still keeping it comfy and casual. About my black mini dress, I made that when I was in New Zealand. It's over 10 years old, and yeah, I know I need to make another one slightly longer. I was in my mid-30s there, but I still love it. I just dress it down with flats, and I know I have to make another one just in case you wanted to comment on that. I love this one, and I've worn this one out so many times. This one's more structured, heavier. I've mostly worn it as a light layering piece, and this is a sleeveless version. I've got satin bias tape inside and another fabric as the inner layer of the yoke. This one has the banded collar, and it's just so beautiful. It was so easy and nice to work with. Just a dream come true really. There's the yoke seam with the inverted box pleat there. If you want to sew your pleat the other way so that it looks like that on the outside, just sew your pleat in the inverse way and you'll be fine. With this one, you'll see some real live footage because I was doing some errands the other day and I filmed myself so you can see. So yeah, fun styling with this one as well. Here's another one of my Aria shirts. This is a linen rayon blend, black and white print. Of course goes over the basics that I have underneath all of them. And this is a sleeveless version. I really love this as a layering piece. Worn open, it's always a fave. And I still have enough ease to button this up if I wanted to. Only if I was planning to wear it just closed, I wouldn't wear the cami underneath, obviously. And this is a really nice way to wear it. Super casual, super comfy. I could walk around in sneakers all day. Over my duet trousers again with a black cami. This is a park close to where I live. I had to run some errands and this is the actual real outfit that I wore. Love it. Super casual, super comfy. I have the banded collar option that's really nice. It's interface, it's really structured. I think with linen, this stands up on its own really well. It doesn't look floppy. I think it's a perfect chance to use your structured fabrics. They're so easy to work with. Once you've got your interfacing done, there's no need to fee. All of this is going to be so easy to do and manage, and it's going to look nice and sharp. Here's this lovely Aria just worn on its own, just my bra underneath. I love the ease that lets you just wear on its own or open like a little jacket. Here I've got a little pencil skirt that I've made a few years ago with a flounce and just purple shoes for a pop of color. I think this type of fabric, the print and the colors allow you to just go in both extremes, just dress it extremely down or just dress it up. And next is another fun look with it dressed down. In this case, my black mini skirt again in Ponte Roma, toning it down with some really cool sneakers that have some type of dark silver leather in there that match the tiny handbag, crossbody bag, super casual outfit. I could walk around in this one all day, and don't judge me because of the mini dress. I love it. I am aware that I need to make another one, maybe 2 inches longer. I've had this one for a good 10 years. I think the longer shirt with a relaxed fit sort of tones down the mini dress. This is my fourth Aria, and this is one of the ones I thought was just a bit more formal just because of the print. It's a light crepe material. I use contrast green rayon linen blend just because I have green accessories. I have filmed the tower placket while I was sewing this, so this technique is on the channel already and it's super nice, super beautiful. Really worthwhile trying, attempting in scrap fabrics first and then going for the real thing. Even though I plan to only dress this up, I have managed to dress it down as well. Having matching shoes is always a plus for me. Here's another of my Aria shirts. Now, I think this one is one of the few that I've made to be just dressed up. Even though initially I thought there's no way I'm gonna dress this down. Here you see that I do have it paired over my black duet linen pants. You probably know by now that I love shoes and handbags, and I do have sneakers in a lot of colors, including green. You can see that this one, even though it was initially envisioned only as a formal type of blouse, can also work really casually as well, and I'm really happy about that. What I love most about the Aria is the fit. It's not oversized, it's not boxy, the shoulders fit where they should, the full bust option has a dart. Even though I'm dressed really casually and I'm really comfortable, I feel good because I know the shirt fits well. No matter how I style it, whether I'm dressing it down or dressing it up, I know the fit is there and I really appreciate that. Here's my tower placket. I do have a video on my channel showing you how to sew it, and I use this example right there. So it's all functional, beautiful cuff. This green fabric is a rayon linen blend. So nice to work with once interfaced, and it made all of this construction easy. I know if I'd done all this in the houndstooth, it would have just looked really messy. I have the banded collar option in this one. This lovely pencil skirt I made a few years ago with a flounce just goes under anything, and the green shoes here, square-toed, really comfortable. I'm all about comfort, and I've actually worn this same outfit in real life before. Here I've got green contrast. I love the houndstooth print, and I could have used black or white as a contrast, but I decided on green just because, you know, just to do something different. So maybe if you make an Aria shirt with a print like this, maybe choose one of the most important colors in that print. Again, you see my black mini Ponte Roma dress. I do have these black loafers that are super comfy. As I mentioned before, I just toned the mini dress down with flats. I think loafers are a shoe that's not too casual nor too dressed up. I think it's a good in between. I think it pairs really well with this version of the Aria and more formal than all the other ones. This is my only shirt dress. It's a plum color, and I should have more because I do love dresses so much. I just get sucked in with the shirts because I don't know. This is a rayon linen blend. There's only 13% linen here, and it's so nice, so floaty on, very soft on the skin. And I do have leftover contrast fabric in there. I have a salt whistle dress in that exact same fabric, and it makes me happy to look at, although no one's ever going to see it because when I wear the dress you can't see that. I have the exposed casing there with a drawstring. That's optional. You could just wear it normal, use your own belt if you want, or just wear it loose, however you want. So there's not many ways I can style this other than wearing it on its own and as a little light layer as well. So let's see. I'm so happy with this shirt dress. It's so comfortable to wear. This fabric is really soft and drapey. My favorite color. I can't believe I've just made one shirt dress because I do love them. I need to make more. Here you can see the exposed casing up closer. It's so comfortable because it's sewn onto the dress so you don't feel any seams inside, and you can adjust it to have a little bit of waist definition. On the side you can see the vent. There's a curved hem, and I made my dress 2 inches longer than the original. Here you can see the all-in-one collar and stand. There's really neat top stitching. I think the coverage on the armhole is really good, and the yoke at the back is in 2 layers with a burrito method. You can see the inverted box pleat there. Here it's just worn on its own like a regular dress would be worn. But next you see a sort of more out there alternative, which is just unbuttoning the whole dress and wearing it like a light duster, like a light layer. Again, I have the typical basics underneath, the duet linen trousers. I think the length of this dress is perfect to wear as a duster, and I think having the same color underneath and just keeping it simple with 2 colors in the outfit is helpful here. I would definitely wear this as a little light layer, and it's just another alternative that's not typically thought about when you have a shirt dress, and it can really take this type of garment further in your wardrobe. I made this one at the end of the year 2022. This is another structured one that I always plan to wear on its own, like a little blazer without the fuss type situation. And I love this color. It always looks red on camera, but for my eyes it looks nice and burgundy. Very beautiful. And I hacked the cuff to have this tulip shape to mimic the hem of the summer key pants. I have those pants in the same fabric. Have a contrast yoke there in cotton lawn, my little label, silver buttons give me more options for styling. And this was just so nice, very nice to work with. For most of these I have a hand hem because I just think it looks nicer. I mean, I don't think hems are pretty, so if I can do them by hand, I will do that. I think I'm gonna have to go inside maybe because this drizzle is actually rain. It's like I'm all wet right here, if you can see. Anyhow, let's see this one styled many ways. Also in real life, you know, I've lost the shame of filming myself in my outfits, and I should do it more actually, because I don't care. I'm not doing anything wrong. I just set my iPhone somewhere and just grab a few clips. Yeah, that's fine. The quality is not that great. iPhones don't do that well in lower light situations, so bear with me, but I will try to get more out in the real life footage for you when I'm wearing something that I made, which is most of the time. This is another Aria shirt I made with the intention of it being a light layer, like a light type of jacket. And here's another real life outfit, most beautiful place on earth, aka the fabric shop. This is one of the shops I frequently visit locally. I've got it over a black and white dress. I always like wearing a colorful, solid layering piece over these black and white dresses, and I can mix the colors, and I just have so much fun with this. Here I have the all-in-one collar. I've actually made more of these versions more than the banded collar. I created this beautiful tulip hem to mimic what you have in the summer key pants. I created this from scratch. It was super easy to do and gives it such a beautiful detail there on the side. So nice. I mean, this was the best fun I've had in sewing in a long time. And this one has really special details. I actually have a pair of summer key pants in the same fabric. This is a rayon linen blend, pretty structured, a type of burgundy color, very easy material to handle, and it's a great little layer. Here is another casual look over my grey legato jeans from Love Notions. I have a grey Luna cami underneath. I know I'm never gonna wear this shirt on its own. I'll just wear it over something and usually open. I'll be really happy. This burgundy color over the 2 different grey tones, and the metal type of leather shoes and bag just ties it all up with the grey tones in there. Love that. Another color combination I love a lot is navy, so I have a fitted navy ponte dress I made years ago. Love this. I'll go to church like this and feel great. You look to the edge of the screen, you'll see it's pouring when I was filming this footage for you. I think I am missing a colorful scarf I could put on the handbag or around my neck just to give the outfit a little bit of life. just 2 colors here I think is nice and classic, but I could do with a little pop of color there, a little bit of print somewhere, just so it could feel a bit more authentic to me. 7th one is the one I'm actually wearing right now, and this is a shacket. I've even got a scarf. It's actually really cold at the moment, believe it or not. I am sort of in winter right here in the southern hemisphere. So this is a wool blend suiting. I have all the contrast in grey linen that was left over from making an octave coat. And it's so nice. This is one of the ones I didn't take in on the sides because I know I'm going to wear it like a shacket. So you'll see this one styled many ways as well. It was a labor of love as well. Took ages. The fabric was fraying so bad. And I added lots of patch pockets with flaps, and it's just full of detail, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. So if you'd wanted to make yourself a nice shacket, you can do it with this one. Here's a sort of autumn Aria shirt that I made using a wool blend material, and it's made to be a shacket. Love it over my black duet pants and cami. I really love this. It's got all the ease you want. Now this is an extra large full bust option. I usually sew the regular bust option, but for wovens, I do consider the full bust because of the bust start, so there's enough ease at the waist and hips. I want you to see the fabric. It's pretty loosely woven. This was fraying like no tomorrow. Took a while to work with, being really careful. I added patch pockets here that are not part of the shirt, but you can always just add on rectangles from other patterns or just figure it out yourself with paper. Easy peasy, just rectangles. And I do have a flap that's interfaced, and the inner layer is the same grey linen I've used as contrast everywhere else. I could have done the tower placket. I have done it with other versions, but this fabric I knew was not going to tolerate the tidy cuts and corners that you need to do. I would have ended up with holes. This was a labor of love for sure. The placket is a contrast linen. I've got silver buttons, metal buttons. I've got the all-in-one collar that has the stand and the collar piece. It's nicely pressed, nicely interfaced. It still has really good structure because this is a linen fabric. This is the original full bust option, which gives you an extra 2 inches at the waist and hips. So with my other shirts that I plan to wear on their own mainly, I did sort of make sure the bust fit properly, but then I brought them in at the sides a little. I didn't do that with this one because it's a shacket. It's meant to be worn open, and the only way I feel good in wearing something more oversized like this is if it's open, and if I have the same color going up and down in the center of my body, just creating a column underneath, and I feel like I'm less boxy, I suppose. But that's just styling, that's personal. Love it like this. I can style this a billion other ways, but this is just a basic black stuff underneath. You can never go wrong. And I love this shacket. It's just so good, and it's so worth all the extra time it took to create all the details. Here is my shacket over my summer key pants from Love Notions, Luna Kami, or Love Notions here. This was a mini capsule wardrobe I made last year in October, and this shacket could go over many solid bottoms. I think the pants are really striking against the grey, and this is just another way I can wear this one. I really do love how this shacket turned out. I think it's really cool. This is another casual look over my grey legato jeans, this time with sneakers. They're platform sneakers though, they're not like athletic sneakers. And just to break up the grey there, I have a purple crossbody bag. I could have used any color bag right there, and that's what I love about this grey combination. I love the contrast with the linen placket and cuffs. I think it really highlights those features against the wool suiting material. The next look is a little bit controversial because in this case I do think my black mini dress is a little too mini. I know I have to make myself another basic black dress a few inches longer. These boots are discreet, you know, they're not really high heel, they're not over the knee, which I would never wear. I think these boots are really classic, and the amount of skin showing there between the end of the skirt and the boot is I'm okay with. Because the shacket has all that ease, I think it tones down the fitted mini dress underneath, and I love that. I just need a tad longer dress underneath. This is my 8th one. I love this fabric so much. I got so much yardage from it because this is a type of stripe that I really like. I'm really drawn to, and it's not the typical one that you see. 3 colors. I have already made a Santorini top from each to stitch using this one, and I still have plenty left, some to give to my mom. I want to make I mean, yeah, you'll get sick of this, but I won't ever wear them all together, right? I wanted this one as clean as possible, so I don't have much visible top stitching at all here. I sewed this inner layer of the collar by hand, slip stitch invisibly in there so you can't see any stitching. I simplified the placket right here so that it's an extension that you fold in, and it's so much easier to keep the stripes clean. I did show in detail how I modified the center front piece over on the YouTube channel at Love Notions. Go in and have a look at the hack there that you can do if you want to simplify your plackets. I didn't do too much stripe play. I just have one chest pocket there that's horizontal, and this is the only top stitching here on the edge that you can see. All the rest is very clean. Horizontal yoke right there, inverted pleat, simple sleeve with no cuffs and a hand hem, and the same at the bottom. I managed to match the stripes there. They don't distort that much there on the bust dart, and this is great. I have cotton inside to save on the stripy fabric. I love this one so much. You see it styled over black. I had planned to wear it with the white jeans to film how that would look, but check out the weather. I didn't want to stain them and get mud on my white jeans, so that's not happening. But you imagine they go really well over white as well. There's also a real life clip there situation because I wore it out as well and filmed myself there. This is a stripy dream come true. I love it so much. This is my latest Aria, number 8, fresh out of the sewing machine. I really wanted a stripe one, and it's not the typical striped shirt that you'd see that's usually navy and white. This is a bit more bold, 3 colors here. You can't see a seam going across the bottom hem, and that's because I've done it by hand. I just like doing that with stripes. I think it takes the garment up a notch. I have a few things that are simplified, like the button placket. I just made an extension here so that it's folded towards the inside and it's not a separate piece that's sewn on. And I did that just to make the stripe situation a little easier and a bit more streamlined, just easier to match them. Simple staples underneath I think is always going to be good, and this is very bold and this could be the main piece in this outfit. I decided to just sew one chest pocket and I placed the stripes going horizontally. I was very careful with the top stitching. Short sleeves, no cuff. I simplified it in that way as well. I just extended the hem allowance, folded it up and did it by hand so that you can't see it. I've got the all-in-one collar there with a stand. Very, very nice. There's a nice amount of ease right here. I have a contrast black yoke in there to save fabric. I still have plenty of this fabric left. The yoke at the back has horizontal stripes so that it contrasts the vertical everywhere else. The next look is super similar. I just replaced the duet trousers for my maxi skirt with a slit on one of the legs. This is real life. I'm at a doctor's office in a little corner just filming quietly with my iPhone. At this point I have zero embarrassment about doing this. You see some creases there from being in the car, you know, that's real life. And here you can see it over my black mini dress again. Just simple sandals, really comfy outfit. Love the red bag. And I had planned to style this with my white jeans as well, but if you look at the side of the screen, it's pouring, the floor was wet, and I just didn't want to stain my pants, so that didn't happen. But I love this look. I love the stripes. I have so much more of this fabric, so expect to see it again in other garments. Continuing with stripes, I'd been looking for Seersucker for years. I kid you not. Online, in person, here in Brazil, here in Chile, I could never find the fabric for sale, like yardage. And I don't purchase fabric from other countries because if I did that, I would get really heavily taxed. I just kept my eyes open for used garments, thrifting, pre-loved items. I was able to buy a shirt that was just one size larger than me. Okay-ish conditions. It had a camp collar originally, but it was pretty damaged. Someone had ripped the tag off. There was a hole. They'd written their name there with a marker. Like, why would you do that? So the collar was out of the picture. I knew I was going to deconstruct most of it to remake the Aria with the fabric. I was seeing this as fabric. I was going to keep some of the original features, so I have filmed a little process video for you. It's only 3 minutes, so let's see how this came together. I also included there how I was matching the stripes on the bust darts because that's really important for me. This shirt originally has a camp collar with a small collar stand inside. It's stained. They ripped off the tag. It's just not in good conditions to reuse that. I'm going to use the front facing. There is a double yoke layer there, which is great. It's going to fit my yoke piece from my Aria shirt just fine, but I'm only going to use one layer here. I'm going to use a navy cotton from my stash for the second layer. Once I figure out all my pieces are going to fit, I finally deconstruct everything and I have the front, the back, the sleeve, the yoke, even the pockets, and I'm going to use it all up as much as I can. This is just one size larger than what I use, so everything's fitting just right. I just have a little bit left over. I'm going to reuse these pockets for sure. I'm glad there's a double layer in the yoke. This is the camp collar I deconstructed. It just was not in good condition, so that's not going to be useful for me. I'm going to cut my own banded collar from the Aria shirt, and that center front facing is going to stay the same. This is one layer for my banded collar, and here's the back. I've got it on the fold. fold. I'm not going to get the full length. I'm just going to straighten that hem out a little bit, leave it slightly curved. And from one of the layers of the yoke, I'm going to get my second layer for this banded collar, and I'm going to have a seam in the center. I don't really mind. I'm going to match those stripes. No one's ever going to know, and that's how I'm going to get a banded collar here. Here are the two pieces I got from that yoke. I've already attached them. You can't even see that there's a seam going there, and I already interfaced it. I'm going to take that first collar piece I cut out from my back piece, and I'm going to just use that as my pattern piece to cut my second layer. One of these is going to have the stripes going horizontal, and that's the one I want visible on the outside. For the front, I'm going to take my original Aria and just draw a line 3/8 in and just fold that away. That is actually the center of the piece, and I'm going to align that against the center of my front pieces there. I'm going to keep that original facing right there. That's how the shirt is going to be finished, so that's good. My sleeves also fit just right. I was very happy to do this sleeveless if I had to. If the sleeves didn't fit, I was quite happy, but I'm glad the sleeves do fit. I seam ripped the pockets out very, very carefully, and I'm going to re-sew those again. I am going to serge those edges. I can't believe they just left them raw there. Yeah, even the little pocket flaps, I'm going to reuse them because I think they're cute. These are the shreds I have left from this shirt. I've used every last little bit, and I'm so happy. I just want to show you quickly how I'm going to match the stripes of these darts. I'm basically putting a pin on each of these stripes, poking it through the start of a navy stripe and coming out on the other side on the same place. I am using a lot of pins, and I'm either sewing through them really slowly or just removing them 1 second before I get to them. Each of these darts takes me quite a long time. I go really slow on the sewing machine. There's no need to rush. I start from the tip and I don't back tack there. I only get a few stitches done before I'm stopping or slowing the sewing machine so I can remove these pins. And I take my time because I want these vertical stripes to not be distorted with these darts. I think the darts are the main focus here on the feet. I really want them there. If it's a stripy fabric, I want them to look as best as they can. And I think pinning each little stripe and going slowly is worth it. At the dart point, I just knot that by hand so it's not bulky. You can see that the distortion is minimal and that they match really well. I'm really happy with that, and I took the same care on both sides. Also, don't forget to go and check out the video I made on the Love Notions YouTube channel. It's really nice, interesting. Grab yourself something to drink and have some inspiration over there as well. In that video, you won't see my 9th version, the Seersucker, because I'd already made the video when I decided to whip up this 9th piece. The 9th piece is actually like fresh out of the machine. I love this. It's so beautiful. It's another dream stripy shirt that I'd always wanted to have, but I just couldn't have it because I couldn't find the fabric. And you know, when I see these in the shop, sometimes they're just so boxy. Like, why do they just sell boxy shirts everywhere where the shoulders are dropping, there's no shaping? And in a structured fabric like this, I don't want that. So I'll take a oversized, droopy shoulder, oversized type of situation if it's made out of chiffon or something like that. But with this fabric, I want it to fit well, and the Aria does, so if I can remake it, I'm happy. I have the banded collar that took up less fabric. It was actually the only thing that was going to fit. I couldn't sew the other type of collar. And the one on the outside has horizontal stripes. I thought that contrasted better here with the vertical stripes. And on the inside I have the vertical stripes. One of these layers to get that has a seam. You can barely see it, it's right there. I got it from the second yoke layer of the original shirt. And then I just cut my own second layer in there with some navy cotton. That's always fun to use my own sort supplies to make up for what I lost over here. I have the horizontal stripes right there, the pleat. I'm glad the sleeves fit. You know, if they hadn't, I would have been happy to just sew a sleeveless version. And these stripes are narrow enough that I'm not worried about matching anything or cutting everything mirrored like I did when I was cutting this one, because these are just much more obvious and more contrasting if they're not mirrored, if they don't match at all, you know. But I still matched the stripes on the bust dart because that's super important for me. I briefly considered not using the pockets, but I do think they add something to the piece, and if I already have them, why not use them? I made sure to match them up and place them at a height that corresponds to my bust height, that look good on me. And the little flap is just open. I chose these tan color buttons because I think that goes well with the navy and the white. The original buttons were just transparent plastic. Ugly. Oh my gosh, I don't like those buttons. Here I didn't have control over where I placed the buttonholes. Okay, there's no gaping. I'm perfectly fine with the buttons the way they are. Although if I was sewing this from scratch, I would have spaced them closer together, you know. At the last moment, I decided to add a little side vent. Easy to do because I always press my seams open anyway. So it's pretty easy to just add that on as a last minute thing situation. And I had so much fun styling this one. You'll see it styled 5 ways. Again, I wanted to wear the white jeans with this, but you know, look what's going on. No white jeans. But imagine they would have looked really, really nice and really fresh. But I can't pretend I'm in summer when I'm in actual full-blown winter, and it's actually pretty cold. And wet and muddy. This is my 9th Aria, fresh out of the sewing machine. Here I've got it paired with my brown linen Hello shorts from Sinclair Patterns. The origin of this fabric is from another shirt that I thrifted. I love it. It's the same fit and size as all the others. I've added slits on the sides just as something different. And this is a cotton Seersucker. Love it. I've got my bust dart there for a great fit. I reused the pockets from the shirt, unpicked them and sewed them in the correct positioning here. And I have the banded collar option I was able to cut out from the yoke piece of the original shirt. Lovely inverted box pleat at the back. I love the stripes. It's so pretty. I'd always wanted to have a shirt like this. And managing this type of fabric was really, really easy. It was really enjoyable. And the next look is similar with my other Hello shorts from Sinclair Patterns, only this time in pink. And I love the color combination here. This time I have it open and I have a navy cami underneath, navy sandals and a navy little bag. And I love this outfit. It's super summery. I think the pink adds something different and a little vibrant to the look, which is totally me. I know I'm gonna really love wearing this. Mainly open, I think. I've got the navy cami tucked in under the shorts so you can sort of see a little bit of a waist in there, but I could wear it out as well, and I love it. The feel of this fabric is amazing, and the length of these shorts make them really wearable for whatever. They're not too short, and the pink, the white and the blue I think looks really cool. The next 2 looks are very similar. I've got my Seersucker shirt over my glissando skirt. This is a staple. I wear this skirt all the time, and I've just got a really comfy look here with beige and white sneakers and a matching handbag. This is a pretty casual outfit, and I could walk around all day and be a tourist somewhere, something like that. And the next look is super similar. All I'm changing is the footwear and the bag. I'm keeping the navy cami underneath. I'm keeping it worn open. Some shoes that are actually a type of orthopedic shoes. They're really comfortable. You can walk around all day in them. Cap toe, beige with navy on the tip, which is really cool. I was so happy to find them in navy because I have similar in black. And I just have a really simple beige handbag. So this is still casual, but just a little dressed up, and it's just got to do with the change of shoes and handbag. And I think this type of shirt in stripes will allow you to do that. Just do whatever you want with the styling, and it's always going to look good. I've pulled out my fitted Ponte navy dress. I've got some caramel slingback pointy shoes with a block heel and a matching bag and a little scarf, and feel like I've made an effort and dressed it up a little bit. I think it is totally possible with this Seersucker. Love it. I can't tell you how much I love it. I hope this was fun to watch. I hope you got some ideas to go and grab some nice shirts from the thrift shop. Maybe you can reuse some of the original features. I love doing that. Keep the pockets, keep the weights finished in the center. Saves you a lot of time when you're sewing, and then you can just get the shaping and the fit of your favorite pattern by just placing the things on top. I think it's really, really fun. And this was a dream project for me. I'm so happy to have this shirt. I just wanted one for so long. And if I had to get the fabric from a pre-loved item, so be it. You know, not everything has to be traditional, and you know, you can use other clothes as well. And the standards don't have to drop. You can see I don't drop my standards for sewing. I might be a bit more creative in the cutting in that sense, but for the actual sewing, I do want things to fit, and I just want everything to look really, really well done, even though it didn't come from actual fabric from the bolt. Don't forget to check out the Aria, only $5 today. And if you want to buy the course, the Aria will be included. Only today though. Don't forget to use my code PINS10. I do receive a small commission back from these sales that you don't pay anything extra, and that supports all the work I do here on YouTube. I'm gonna get myself out of this drizzling rain. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.